Hello, guys, and welcome back to DBW. I'm Jen, joined always by L and Pip. And we are back again for another week on TikTok Saturdays, where we talk about our TikTok comments we get over there on that platform. Guys, if you like this video, please go check out those TikTok comments. Leave a few of your own for us to respond to, and you might end up in a video just like this. L, Pip, tell me how you guys feeling today.
Feeling good today. How you feeling today?
I can't quite complain.
I feel good.
All right, bro. Back up out the camera. Bro, back out the camera.
Hey, chill.
Can't take you nowhere.
You feel good out there? Y'all feeling good today. It's Saturday. Ready to get turned, man.
Mahis.
No L gonna turn it up. No L gonna turn it up.
All right.
All right.
Look,
let's get serious.
Yeah, today we got a few of them because we had an onslaught of comments this past week where we got a lot of people who really disagree with us on a lot of topics. If you guys remember, we had mentioned the Royal Rumble a lot and how we felt like it was not the best, or at least not as good as it used to be. We mentioned why not allow the Royal Rumble to be the Rumble winner to be more of a situation where a mid-card title could come into play. One thing I learned about WWE fans and the community that we share is that they're not very big on change. Like, they hate when things stay the same, but they hate when you change them too. Because I mentioned that idea, and it was universally panned as a terrible, terrible idea. And I feel like we really disrespect these titles sometimes. Because the mid-card title is only bad because we said it was bad. Not that it's actually a bad title. Because we got so many people that you win the Royal Rumble, you get to go to the main event WrestleMania and fight for the world title, right? That's great and all, but why do we devalue all the other titles as well? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think we had some guys doing some really great work with those mid-card titles to make them more prestigious than they were for a long time, or at least have been for a long time. And I'm really glad to see that that's happened, but I'm also really disheartened to see that the fans just don't quite like those titles as much. I get the world titles are the main prize, of course. I understand that. But these things, they just... It's rules set in stone. Well, why can't different titles mean something different to a different person? Why does every winner need to have the world title? They don't all mean the same thing to everyone, or at least they shouldn't, in my opinion. Each title has history. Everyone had their favorite superstars growing up. Their superstars had their favorite title growing up. And now everyone should just automatically want a world title because that's the biggest prize to go after. At least, like I said, that's my thoughts. But enough about my thoughts, because we got to get into this first comment in response to that, where in that video we posted, he says, "The world title is the biggest prize. No one's going to settle for second best." And that's not a diss to the IC title. It's made to be the title before the title. L, your thoughts on that?
I hate this notion that you have to get a mid-card title before you're ready for a main title. Like, I don't believe that makes sense, in my honest opinion. Like, fans say that the mid-card title, WWE officially don't call it a mid-card title.
They don't.
It's just the US Championship or the Intercontinental Championship. That's what they call it. They don't officially call it a mid-card title.
No, we made that up.
Yeah, fans created that term. So for them to disrespect the belt and just say, yeah, that's just a title that you go get before you get the main title, it doesn't really matter. It's just a stepping stone. Like, no. So many Hall of Famers and legends have carried the Intercontinental Championship. Like, it deserves so much respect, and I feel like it's been so devalued over the past, really, about 15, 20 years.
Yeah, I think I can agree. I really can agree to that statement, especially when we consider some of the most recent Intercontinental champions. Like, first off, The Miz was a fantastic IC champion. He made
Razor Ramon,
Scott Hall, Shawn Michaels. Like
Yeah.
Gunther. We had so many great champions that belt is just oozing prestige, but it's not good enough for someone to go after for the Money in the Bank briefcase or for the Royal Rumble, because the fans have decided that it's not a good enough title. Pip, what are your thoughts?
My thoughts on that is just like a title is a title. Those are like the biggest things in a company that people strive to achieve. You know, you want to be considered the best that there is, and I think the fact that there are two titles means that, like, I think to me personally, it just kind of shows that we can have several champions, and obviously we do.
Yeah.
And I think it's more so about the people who make the title than like the title itself. Because you could have somebody win the main title, I use in quotations, and their reign could be essentially like they get it one day and then it's gone the next.
That we can agree on, most definitely.
I would also like to add onto this topic.
Yeah, of course.
Go ahead.
Okay, so like to piggyback off what Pip was saying, like let's use the Miz for example. The Miz WWE title run was kind of it was okay. It was all right, but his Intercontinental run was so much better. So what I know the Miz for is his Intercontinental run.
Yeah.
I kind of forget about his WWE run, WWE title run, because it didn't really mean anything. So yes, it was a major title that he won, but he virtually didn't do much with it.
That's a great point.
So are we? Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, that's a strong case, just to agree with what I was saying, because I feel like, like being like a big name is one thing, but showing why you're that big name and like constantly proving it to people, I think that also adds to it. The Miz got good character work. He's safe and fun to watch in his in-ring performances, good segments with people. He brings a lot out of just anyone he pairs up with. And I think that someone like him could make any title look good, as you were just saying.
Yeah, and to end that statement, I'm not even saying that this was what I would want to see or that this is such a fantastic idea. All I'm saying is that it's something new and it's something different and it's something we haven't tried yet. And we're all about trying first in this new regime. And I think that the way that video was universally panned against just says what you guys honestly believe about these titles, and you don't care about these titles. So as much as you like to front and pretend like you want to see the IC Championship all the time, the US Championship all the time, you don't. You don't care. I just found that out from you guys just not too long ago that you don't really care about these belts. At least not enough. You don't care enough about these titles. You like them, you want them, but only in the context of they need to be in, because they don't deserve all your attention, and that's unfair.
They don't deserve to main event.
They don't. They're not good enough.
That's what they say. They don't deserve the main event. They say, yeah, they complain that the Intercontinental Championship is not defended enough. But then when people give them like scenarios where it could be defended, oh no, it's not no.
Don't care, and then
they don't care.
No, it's not good enough. Now it's not good enough.
It's not good. It's not good enough. It's not good enough. We give you matches. You're like, well, this match doesn't matter because such and such.
Ain't trying to hear it. It don't count.
They're giving you the match. That's what you wanted.
Yeah, exactly. And it already doesn't matter because the Royal Rumble's rules are if you win, you main event. Jay didn't main event, so who cares what the rules are? We can change them up as we see fit. Enough of that topic, though.
Yep.
We're gonna move on now. This post is a post that we made in regards to our post about Triple H giving you everything you asked for as far as mid-card titles, general managers, tag teams, unifying the tag titles, which was a huge problem back then. Stacking up the rosters to the level that they are now, acquiring and doing new partnerships, things like that. And someone named Malcontent or Malcontent, either one, I'm not sure. They respond, I do feel like fans are starting to forget that they don't write the shows. And the story doesn't always go how they want it to or even need it to. That's one of the beauties of WWE. First off, to Malcontent, I want to give you a round of applause because that is one of the most accurate and true statements I've heard in a long time. You don't run the product. Your fantasy booking is not real booking. What you wish to happen isn't always what's gonna happen. And that's okay. Sometimes your predictions are right, sometimes they're wrong. That's the fun. If you were right 100% of the time, you would stop watching because you're not surprised anymore. So, for them to say that, it just goes to show that a lot of the average people are kind of seeing the same thing that we're seeing. That sometimes some of the guys watching the product think that they run the product, or that if the product isn't what they want, it's not good enough. And it's not just us that sees that. We're not the only ones saying this. Elle, take the lead on that, please.
I'm so sick of people playing make-believe and pushing their own ideals onto everyone else and what they think. If we cared about what you think, it would be your show. But this is not your show. You know they have something for that if you want to do what you want to do. It's called 2K. Go play it.
Yeah.
Trying to play that.
Like, go play it. You can book however you want. You can go to GM mode. You can go to universe mode. You can go to play now mode. They even got Island of Relevancy mode.
Yeah. You can do whatever you want.
Do what you want. But they must try to dictate what's going on at all times and then complain. They give you what you want, you complain. They don't give what you want, they complain. So they complain regardless. So I say Triple H, do what the hell you want to do. They're gonna complain regardless.
Regardless, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if you get PG-13 or not. They're gonna complain about it. Give them 2 weeks. It's not PG-13 enough. It's not enough chairs. It's not enough kendo sticks. It's not enough blood. Why make it PG-13 to begin with? If you're not gonna even do most of it, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
Here's the thing, though. Like, I see WWE script writing as an art form. Mm-hmm. It's like a movie or a TV show. Like, I'm sure you would like things to happen in the TV shows. Like, you would like to see things in the TV show, but you have no control because it's already done. What they give you is what you get. Now, you could react how you want to react and have your own opinions about it, but you can't change the script. Yeah. It's already been written.
That's fair. I don't mind you having issues or having complaints about something if you don't like it. I'd love to hear your opinions about what you don't like.
No, have complaints.
Yeah.
Also, have smart complaints. Don't just be. Come on now.
Like, if we're gonna criticize things, we just need to not outright. I say like more criticism, less slander, because it's mainly just slander. Slander against the product, slander against the people who make it. Like it's like, first and foremost, it's drama with sports in it.
Yeah.
I think when people understand that aspect of it more, like, you can really appreciate a lot of stuff they're doing with the match, with the storytelling in the ring, out of the ring, major events. Who does what to who, etc. Keep it cordial, y'all. Can we just get along?
But this is why we're here. We're here to be the saviors, the voice of the voiceless, as
Phil.
Phil.
Who? I don't know that guy.
Look, let me make it super clear right now. As much as you love the product, or much as you don't.
Shout out Cole Cabana out there. Shout out Cole Cabana.
Hey, Cole Cabana. as much as you love the product, or as much as you don't love the product, there's always something for everyone in WWE. That's what the point was. It has something for everybody. You have to try to appease to a very, very large group of people who want very, very different things. So just try to be patient with the writers. Try to be patient with the audience. Try to be patient with the fellow people in your community. Because at the end of the day, I might like something you don't like. You might like something that I don't like. And at the end of the day, neither of us are wrong. It's just our own preferences. I just don't preach my preferences like they're gospel. And that everyone has to listen to what I'm saying. And that everyone has to do what I want. And that everyone has to book it the way I would book it. Or that Triple H has to personally cater to my personal desires. You don't. Would I love to see the titles defended more on TV? Yes. Would I love to see the women's tag division make a difference? Yes. Would I love to see the NXT guys get more and more consistent calls? Yes. But they're not. And I'm fine with that because it's not my show. I'm going to keep watching every week And when these things happen, I will be happy about it, and I'll be the first to preach that I'm happy about it. But I'm not going to make it your problem because you might not care. And that's just fair. I think that's fair for everybody.
Can I make a point real quick?
Yes, please.
I'm gonna make a comparison. It may not be the best comparison, but it's a comparison that I understand, and maybe the people out there watching can understand.
Okay.
I compare WWE to the artist Drake. Drake has so many sounds and so many things that he likes to do on his projects. His audience is very split up. They like certain things from Drake. And he tries to appease every last group of those audiences. And after he drops, a lot of people still complain about they're not getting what they want. They wanted more of this, they wanted more of that. I see that as WWE. Like, they have a lot of people to appease, and a lot of people are complaining they don't have the tag teams, they don't have the women's division together, they don't have the Raw men's tag team together. They think that SmackDown is too long or too short. They think Raw is too long. Like, it's just so many people just pushing this and that away, and they just have to manage all of these people that telling them different things because they're so big of a company. But the good part about that is that they're the most easily accessible company. That's why they're the biggest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anybody can watch. They have something for everybody.
And
yeah, it's like it's like the phrase, like, you try to appease everyone, then you appease no one. You know, like, but I think being a very accessible and diverse show with so much content in it for one company, I think gives a lot of people a lot of room to just see what wrestling is, or like if they like the dynamic characters, like they can see what those do as well. I think a lot of people need to give WWE more credit because they're making a lot of they have a lot of open space that allows people to kind of just jump in whenever.
That I can agree. I mean, because you think about it, everyone has a little bit of something. You know, I said before, WWE is for everyone, but also WWE is for no one in particular. WWE is just for whoever likes WWE, and that could be anybody. So I don't know. There are other promotions that have their particular audiences or have particular groups of people who prefer them, or they're more niche, or whatever the case. This one's not like that, so it's just very different. So, but I'm glad that we got that across. And again, this is not meant to tag anyone in our comments. You know, we respect everyone who's watching. You know, who's checking us out, who's leaving our comments and opinions, because we respect you, even if we don't agree with you. And that's why I feel like that's why a lot of people lose each other in the wrestling community, because they think if you disagree with them, you hate people. I don't hate anyone. I don't dislike any of you guys. I like you all to have your own opinions. Hopefully I can change some of your opinions. Maybe you could change some of mine. We're just here to educate each other and watch some good TV, and and discuss it amongst each other. So guys, we're gonna move on. And guys, that's gonna be our time for today. We ran a little long on this one, so we won't get so many comments this time. But I feel we got a lot of stuff covered, and I want to just reiterate that we respect everyone that we talk about here, even if we don't disagree, or I don't want to attack anyone in these comments. And me putting you here is not an attack, and I hope that anyone watching does not do that either. Your opinions do matter, and I hope that you do enjoy what you saw here today. So guys, I want to give it to Pip. Pip, what did you think we could take away from this?
I want everyone to remember that when it comes to communities of any fandom, of any interest, that a lot of the times when people like the things you like, they like it for different or the same reasons. But you also need to understand the product that you're getting into and what it's trying to do. WWE, as a wrestling brand and as a wrestling program, has a lot of content in a lot of different areas for a very large group of people. It might not always appeal to you, but that doesn't mean that it's bad because you're not getting exactly what you want at that current point in time. I think we should all focus on coexisting with each other, finding common interest in some of the things that we like or don't like, and just enjoy the product as we always do. Because at the end of the day, we still watch it.
So guys,
Yeah.
if you like what you saw today, make sure to like, comment, subscribe. Also head over to that TikTok, head over to that Twitter, follow those pages too. We're all trying to get all this stuff figured out, so just bear with us, all right? But in the meantime, remember, we appreciate you. And this has been Jen. That has been L. That has been Pip. We are DB Dub. Woo! And we will see you next time.